Hey RCC, this is your next LX update. Somebody asked me last time around, what's LX? I mentioned it in the first video, but I should probably remind you from time to time. The Super Bowl that we just experienced, that very boring Super Bowl, was LIX, 59. So LX is 60, so next year's Super Bowl will be LX. It'll be 60, we'll all understand the number. For the first time ever, I'll know the Super Bowl number because I Googled this update to know what LX stands for when we first started, but it just means every 60 days. I'm trying to keep you in the loop, okay? So I've got a lot to announce. It's been a little bit longer than 60 days this time because I wanted to let a few things finish developing so that I didn't make an announcement and then have another big announcement right after it. So announcement number one is that I'm excited to let you know that we have closed on the Miller building. So if you remember, that was the building that we had entered into a process of due diligence with, we had entered under contract with, and I want to give a special thanks to our elders, some of our staff, and particularly to our in the church volunteer council that worked diligently on this process, Taylor Smith, Nate Day, and my very own Jocelyn. I want to thank them for all the energy, time, and effort that they put into going through the inspections and the negotiations to make sure that we could have this building. So henceforth, we'll call it like RCC offices. In the future, we might come up with a better name. But according to us on the inside, if we say RCC offices, we mean the smaller building. It's 5,000 square feet across Linden Street if you're facing the two buildings. So I'll have our final price that we purchased the building for down in the notes part of this video. But you should know that it was significantly less than what the building was listed for. And we have negotiated a 4-month lease back from the owners who we bought it from, the Miller brothers. So between now and June, they're going to be leasing back from us. So mid-June, that facility will be ours it's already ours, but you understand we won't have any tenants, and we can decide where to go from there. So that's something that's really been on our radar since the beginning. It's a big celebration. There is so much we're going to be able to handle ministry-wise in that building that's going to leave so much free space that we're not going to have to parcel out in the church buildings. So be happy about that. We also own a piece of land behind it that we bought really early on. So there's continuous space behind the Miller building, which opens up all sorts of opportunities for not only parking, but who knows in the future what we may want to do with that continuous space. So it just really gives us the two buildings and then space on both sides of the streets connected. And it's a really awesome footprint for us on Atlantic. It's going to open up doors for a lot of ministry. So I'm excited about that. Special thanks to everybody that helped out. And a special thanks to everybody who gives generously to our church. You're going to see in our annual report soon that we had yet another year of financial surplus so that we were able to comfortably and peaceably make an offer on this facility, cash. So we own it outright. We have no debt on this building. There's no loan connected to it. It is our property, and we were able to do that all in one swoop thanks to you continuing to give. For those of you that are giving, thank you. The second announcement I want to make is about the 3405 building, the two church buildings. You can see the sign before me. We're still doing All of Us. One reason we have this sign right here is because if you haven't been by the building in the last few days, you don't realize that we have put signage up around the facility saying future home of River City Church. So it's a rendering very similar, if not exactly, to the one behind me that you've seen in our lobby. And now when people drive by the Atlantic, when they're turning into the neighborhood, walking down the street, whatever, you know, there's so much traffic on that thoroughfare, the neighborhood and the community officially know that we're coming. Another way that we're planning to let people know that we're coming is the Gate River Run. So not this Saturday, but next Saturday, March the 1st, is the Gate River Run, and RCC is going to actively participate. Now, many of you are running it. I'm actually not going to run it this year. It's my first time in 4 years that I'm not going to run. But those of you that are running that morning, we're going to cheer you on, but we're also going to let the community know that we're there. So the race comes right up Gay Street, connects on Atlantic, and then you turn up toward the bridge. So as the runners are coming up Gay Street toward Atlantic, we're going to be parked to the side of our building. So the old sanctuary building, if you did Christmas in St. Nicholas, that looks over the field across the street. We will be there in the parking area handing out donut holes. And if you would like to come, show up at 8 o'clock, join our group, and we're going to have some signs encouraging people on. But we're also going to have the Gate River Run participants, all 15,000 people roughly that run that race, will come by our building and will see our sign that says Future Home of River City Church. So we're really, in many ways, letting the city know that we're moving there. The last announcement that I want to make about all of us is that we are this close to being done with our architectural drawings, and what that means is now we're waiting for our permit set of plans. So the architectural plans that we can go and start getting permits to get to work on the building. I gave you an update last month that we were getting ready to start asbestos abatement. That process is almost over. That might even be over today or tomorrow. So that will be finished and ready. The building will be prepped to begin demo and reconstruction. But the first thing we'll have to do is get those permits and get the ball rolling on that. We've also made a decision, as we've been in conversation with our team and with Aspen, that we are going to bid the project. If you watched the last video, I told you that we were going to bid the project. So moving forward, we've invited Aspen to bid on the project, and but we're also going to invite other firms to bid on the project. This might mean that Aspen opts out because they're a design build. So we definitely want to thank them for the conceptual drawings, for the process that they walked through with our church to get to this point in these pictures behind us, and then obviously the deliverable architectural drawings that we've been working out with them in phase 2. But instead of moving forward automatically with the way they're set up as a design build, we're going to do a more traditional approach and bid it out. Why are we doing that? We want to make sure that we are getting competitive pricing from multiple bids in the city for our church. The more that I've learned about this, the more that our elders have discussed this, and the more that we've received counsel from people within our church, this seems like the right move for us, and this seems like wisdom. So that's the way that we're going to proceed forward. And when we do decide on who the next company will be, whether that's by the company that will build the project, whether that's by my next update or somewhere in between, if I need to do an in-between update or even just send something out in writing, we will keep you updated on who we're going to be working with to build this project. So special thanks to our elders, to many of our staff that have been involved in this. Special thanks to Taylor Smith, Nate Day. Special thanks to our project manager who's really stepped in to help represent us through the process. Ori, I introduced him to you in our first video, but there's just been a lot of people that have stepped up to make it happen. Thank you for giving. You're also going to see in our annual report that the All of Us generosity has continued to increase. I believe we're just over 3.5 million given already towards the project, so you will see that reflected in our report, and I'm excited for you to look over those numbers. Thank you for your generosity. I mean, it's been astounding just to be a part of this, to see God put this together, and to really feel like we're getting closer to boots on the ground action. Like, let's get some dust flying in the air. Hopefully driving by seeing the sign will be enough to get you excited. If you want to participate in the gate, hopefully that'll be enough to get you excited. 8 a.m. On March the 1st. A lot going on, but love you all. Grateful. If you have any questions, reach out to me, reach out to our elders, and or reach out to our building team, and we would love to do our best to answer them. But I am trying to keep everybody in the loop as much as I can with these updates. So celebrate Miller Building and all that God is doing. See you soon.